But I think sales numbers are an exact reflection of how much value you added to the customer. The more value that you add is a reflection of the sale numbers. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to doctors' offices being willing to learn, being prepared to present myself and to present my material, but not really knowing what I was doing as far as the anatomy or spine. I just went out and I did it, and it worked. It worked.
Wow.
That's number one. So I wouldn't get caught up in the details. I would just say, just do it.
Get going. Be a doer is what you're saying. Don't wait for all the perfect knowledge. Don't wait for all the perfect answers. Get going.
Yeah, get going. Go after it. Just do it. Don't be afraid of failure. Make the mistakes. There's plenty of times I look dumb, but I learned from it. So I would say just do it. And number two is I don't think in the society we live in now, there is no substitute for being formal or in excellence, because we live in a society now where sweatpants can be the norm, where people are always on their phone. It's laughed at if you say yes sir or no sir, but formality doesn't talk about who you are. It speaks of what you think about the other person. And I think because I was raised with saying yes or no sir, with making sure I look nice or presentable, that a lot of the doctors I worked with respected that.
Did you learn that from your father? Was he a big impact on your life? How did you learn that, the manners? Yes sir. No, or was it from coaches? Who was the biggest influences?
Absolutely my dad 100%. My dad and my grandmother, that's how we were raised. And I can remember even going to parent teacher conferences and people saying, Justin, he might be a class clown, but he's so polite and he always says yes or no sir. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. And I was very shocked at why they would say this. I thought that's how we were supposed to act, but that's how we were raised. And it's helped me improve. And even some of the doctors now, for example, I know of a surgeon who went to Yale and now he does entrance interviews with potential candidates to get to this prestigious Ivy League school. And he says he notes whether the kids come in a shirt and tie, or whether they come in sweatpants, or if they're polite or respectful, because that stuff matters. Because like I said earlier, it doesn't talk about who we are as people, but the opportunity or the person that you're with. It's a sign of respect. And so I would never call a doctor doc. I would never want to be informal. And then I would say the third thing is building relationships. Relationships. If you, what kills me is a lot of stuff. You have to look at sales numbers, I guess. It's important. But I think sales numbers are an exact reflection of how much value you added to the customer. The more value that you add is a reflection of the sale numbers. And we're not just trying to sell. A pedicle screw is a pedicle screw in the world of spine. Everything's commoditized. But if you go out and you figure out what really gets the surgeon, is it, he likes for you to measure what he's going to use on the board every day, or he appreciates somebody tying him up before he scrubs in, whatever it may be, whatever that surgeon finds important that you can do better than everyone else, that is adding value. And that's what drives us. And that's our distributorship.
Yes.